It's your boy Dude Dynamik checking in from the 229 Cordial GA 31015, and I'm here on the industry's most wanted podcast. Tap in.
Scrolling through social media, I'm not entertained. These niggas steady cap, all the bitches look the same. If you really speaking true, they gon' put your ass to shame. Promote being yourself, they probably view you as a lame. It's a different world, man, somebody called Dwayne. No refund for your soul.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Boom. Listen, we got Cordell, Georgia in the building.
Deal City, stand up.
Hey, straight like that, man. You said the 229, right?
229 to be exact.
I think we talked about it before. Shout out to DJ EJ King.
Shout out to the king, man.
Most definitely. But we got Dude Dynamik checking in. I appreciate you being here. This is not our first time doing this. Last time we was right over there, on the radio station. But you came back
for sure
for Industry's Most Wanted. So thank you for being here. Give me some love, man.
Yes, ma'am.
Boom.
Yes, ma'am. Glad
Appreciate
to be here.
you. Yeah, it's a cold morning.
It is.
But it don't stop the grind.
Never gonna stop the grind.
Absolutely. So I know you got a lot going on, besides being an artist. Kind of break it down for us, who is Dude Dynamik?
Dude Dynamik. Dude Dynamik is a lot of things. Dude Dynamik is a dynamic individual. Dude Dynamik is a significant other. Dude Dynamik is a entrepreneur. Dude Dynamik is someone who wants to get the best out of people with the music he puts out. Someone who demands respect. Someone who is willing to do whatever he has to do to make his dreams come true. And I'm not into like selling out or selling my soul or anything like that. Yeah. But I truly do believe that anything I put my freaking mind to, and I know we talked about it a little bit the last time I was here, anything I put my mind to, I really feel like I can do, and that's the energy you get from Dude Dynamik.
I love it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So. And I get that energy from you because I'm big on reading people. I'm big on reading people's energies. When you walk in a room, you got to be able to read the room, right?
Yep.
To know if that's a space that you need to be in. Yeah. And, the couple times that we've connected, I've absolutely got that good, positive energy. I could tell you're about your ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got to be focused in this industry, man.
Yeah.
You got to be focused because there's so many things that could knock you off your path, whether it be people, on your journey or just you buying into like the fame or the media, anything like that. You gotta know what you want for yourself and let nothing stop you to get to that point. And
absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to promote with my music. Just, man, go after what you want, man. If you don't get what you want, don't blame it on somebody else.
Yeah.
You got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say you did your best.
Yes.
You can't control external factors, right? You gotta focus on controlling what you can control.
Yes, I love it.
And at the end of the day, like if it didn't happen, then I gave it my best. You feel what I'm saying? Like people will try to make you feel like you ain't, at a certain level just because you ain't doing it the way they doing it.
Yeah.
No, I know what I want for myself. I got a vision for myself, and if the vision I have is how I'm carrying myself throughout in the day to day, like. Yeah. I'm good.
Absolutely. Is this something like a quality that you've carried and possessed your entire life?
Man, I had to.
Yeah.
I had to, just coming from Cordell, like one of the poorest cities in the United States of America. Like I had to have that what's that word? That gumption, that grit.
Yes.
That's what it came down to, that grit of just knowing like, man, I can't become what I see. You
absolutely.
Know what I'm saying? Like I can't let
a product of your environment.
Exactly. I can't let this happen to me. I gotta be different. Yeah. I gotta be dynamic. I gotta do something to set myself apart, whether people mess with it or not.
Yeah.
Like, I was the friend that was around everybody that was, partying, smoking, drinking in high school and stuff like that. But I never look down on anybody.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know I value human interaction. I value, camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? And the people that, I was around, they never judged me.
Yeah.
If anything, they looked at me in a higher respect just because I could be around that type of stuff and not be influenced. And so, again, that's what I'm trying to promote with the music is just like, everyone has a certain level of influence, and depending on the influence you have, you like if you're not using it to like be positive, then I don't know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You know what
I agree. Absolutely. And it's people like yourself and myself who have a platform and a voice that we need. It's up to us to try to make that change.
100%.
Not even try to make that change. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Taking it back to growing up in Cordell, you know, like you said, it's a small city. You know, there's some poverty there.
Yeah.
Would you change anything about your upbringing there if you could go back?
I would say first a lot of poverty, not some.
Okay. I was trying to be positive, but yeah.
I feel you. Definitely got to see the glass half full as opposed to half empty.
Yeah.
Would I change anything? Considering everything that I've gone through, you know, losing my mom at 6, not really having the best relationship with my father growing up. You know, losing my grandparents,
man,
lot of death, seen a lot of death growing up as a kid. You know, in spite of all of that, I wouldn't change it, man, because I feel like it made me who I am today. It's making me, you know what I'm saying, molding me into the man that I am that you see today.
Absolutely.
So like it's just a part of my story.
Yeah. It made you very, very, very strong. I could not imagine losing my mom at 6 years old. Like you didn't even really get a chance to know her. Going back, you know, thinking about it, like we don't remember a lot of stuff from that age. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember a little bit here and there. Who raised you? Your grandparents? My
grandparents adopted me once my mother passed away. And you know, my mom was in the military, and so we were stationed in Fort Stewart.
Okay.
So we were in Hinesville, Georgia. It's like near Savannah, so East Georgia. We were living there for like a year. Mind you, like my mom had me when she was like 15.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, she had me young. Both my parents were young, and you know, that's also why I don't hold a grudge against my father, because it's just like, bro, could you imagine being that age and having to deal with a kid? Like,
no, because men, you know, slick, and it's true, men mature a little bit later in life than women do. They say a man's brain is not fully developed until he was in like mid-20s. Mm-hmm. So that's why they say men mature a little bit. So yeah, if a man,
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, because I was 19 when I had my son, and his dad was same age and wasn't around. Because at that age, you know, they're still young. So it's like I try not to hold that in my heart against him, because he was scared, you know.
Exactly, 100%. And you know, just having those going through those things as you grow up, like I said, it molds you into who you are. And so my grandparents, when my mom passed away, they took me in Cordell, you know, packed up and moved all my stuff there.
Yeah.
And you know, started doing the Cordell thing, but I was just such a positive kid that I didn't even realize, like, you know, things were bad. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so it wasn't until until I was about to graduate college that I realized, like, man, I grew up poor as all get out. You know what I mean? Like, I really had it tough. But, you know, it was, I feel like I had to be that way in order to make it out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so,
when your mom passed, you said you were at the age of 6. Mm-hmm. If you could right now go sit down with your 6-year-old self, what would you tell your little dude Dynamik?
Yeah, and that was actually my nickname. That's where dude comes from, in Dude Dynamik. They used to call me little dude.
Little dude, that's cute.
My grandparents named me that. But what would I tell little dude? I mean, I guess the same thing I told myself then. Just, hey, you gotta be strong, keep going. Yeah, like it's gonna be all right. You know, even when it ain't, it's gonna be all right. And so, you know, just fight to not only, you know, become a better person, but to be who you want to be. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Keep fighting. Don't let nobody stop you.
Absolutely. Great piece of advice, because, you know, people get caught up in seeing certain things the way people are. Our journey is different than everybody else's. Yes. Nobody's journey is the same. You know what I'm saying? Also growing up in Cordell, did that at all have an influence on you for wanting to do music, being in that city in particular?
Yeah. I don't know where my love for music came from, honestly. I I think it was whenever I actually started paying attention to what people were saying.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like the lyrics, right? So I don't know if you remember, but like back in the day before you had like before you had the streaming services, Apple, Spotify, you had to go online and go to like AZ Lyrics and somebody would have had typed the lyrics up, and then you print the lyrics out, you read them as you listening to your favorite song. You know what I'm saying? So and one of my cousins, he passed away. God rest the dead. Trey. He I think he's really what inspired me to like pay attention to the words, because one day I think we were a church family, so we were sitting in the church van and we were just like all joking around and stuff like that, and we started freestyling. There was like they had some instrumentals on the airways at the time, and Trey started rapping, and he's rapping like he's going off. And, everybody else, they barely can put, 2 or 3 words together before they stop.
Right.
And what song was that? I want to say it was Go DJ by Lil Wayne. He was rapping the first verse off of there. Mind you, we probably like 7 years old.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like 8, maybe 10.
Still like babies.
And he knew it word for word. And if I wasn't paying attention to what Lil Wayne was saying, I wouldn't have been able to be like, man, you stole that from Lil Wayne. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was kind of like what pieced it together for me. But, also in the same vein, it goes to show like the impact music has on kids.
Absolutely, it does.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like that's why it's important to me. Like what I say is important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know there are kids listening to me, or going to be, kids listening to me. So
it's the power of influence. If you out here making music videos, and don't come for me, but if you making music videos with guns and all that stuff in there, like kids look.
No, come for us.
Yeah.
Come for us.
Yeah, come on for us.
I want all the smoke.
No, for real. Like, me being a mother, my son is an adult now, but I would not have wanted him to have that type of influence, like watching his favorite rapper, when my son's, maybe 10, 12, and watching his favorite rapper pointing guns and doing drugs and popping pills. I wouldn't want him to see that. So it's up to us as an adult to make sure we put out the type of content that we'd want our kids to see.
100%.
Are you a father?
I am not.
Okay, so one day you will be.
Probably not.
Okay, say no more. But if you had kids, I could only imagine that you wouldn't want your kids to see that type of content either. For
sure. No, and I have a huge family. There are a bunch of kids in my family, that look up to me. So it's like I'm not trying to be cool. I'm trying to be me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And to your point about like the guns and, the violence and all that stuff, when did that become cool? Because at this point, it's just a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's like, why? And I'm going to speak directly to the black community, because I don't really know that many white rappers that promote like, violent, like ultra, like uber violence.
Yes.
It's only black people that I see do it. Like, at what point do we feel like people are going to respect us outside of this industry that we don't even have a leg to stand on in actual society if all we talk about is freaking killing each other?
I agree.
I agree. Like, you want people to respect you, but you don't even respect your own kind.
You saying something right now.
You don't even respect your own kind, but you demanding respect, you commanding respect. That's backwards.
Yes.
Where are you going? Nowhere.
Yes. I'll give you a quick example. When we were looking for this space, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to be transparent about what we do. Mm-hmm. I had reached out to a couple other businesses. Soon as I told them that we do what we do, they immediately shut it down. Because, in their mind, they're thinking, okay, well, they're going to have some of these rappers that come through there. They're going to have guns. They're going to be smoking weed. They shot us down. It took me a minute to be able to find a place to say, yeah, come on in and set up shop. You know what I'm saying? And it's because corporate America, white America has this stigma, what they see. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that way. It's like, in order to elevate, we have to change the narrative. And I say we because I'm a part of this community. You know what I'm 100%. Saying? This is what I do. This is my livelihood. Yeah. My son's he's biracial, but in society's eyes, he's black. Yep. So it's up to us to change the narrative.
100%. And to your point, it's really sad.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's not funny.
No, it's
not cool.
No. I agree.
And then what's even more sad is that the same people in this community, when you hear somebody like Dude Dynamik, you try to make me feel bad because I ain't on that type of time.
You unapologetically yourself, and I love that.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to get people to see. Like, bro, be yourself at all costs. Because if you like for me, I'll take myself for example. Like coming up in Cordell, I had every reason to crash out. I had every reason to be that rapper you see today with guns, smoking weed, doing drugs, popping pills, all this. Man, I lost my mama at 6. My grandparents that raised me are no longer. I don't have anybody I feel like I can like call my own. You know what I'm saying? Like real family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that ain't no shade to like the rest of my family, but the people who raised me, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it means so much to me to be as close as I am now with my dad, because people die.
Yes.
And they don't come back. And that's for me, it's like, how do you not understand that like life is not a video game, bro? You talk about rap, and then it be people that will never know what it feels like to kill someone or take a life. Yeah. You just rapping like that because it's a gimmick.
It's all for clout. It's all for clout, and I can't stand it. Like, at the end of the day, you're doing a bunch of stuff for people who don't give a damn about you. They don't care. They don't care. They don't go to bed thinking about that music video that you shot with all the guns in it. Exactly. They're worried about their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So 100%. Like you said, at the end of the day, be yourself. Yep. Do what you want to do unapologetically, because I promise you that's where you're going to build your most organic fan base.
100%. Because after all the guns and the drugs are gone, then what?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? After you have to grow up, then what?
Listen, I'm a believer in people having a gun for protection.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Someone breaks in my house and threatens my life, I'm going to shoot and ask questions later.
Yep.
But if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I'm not going to pull out a gun and shoot them. I'm going to walk away. And that don't make you a sucker to walk away from a situation that could save your life or someone else's. That makes
it make you real.
Nah, for real. It makes you, to me, like it makes you more real because you don't care about people, what they may think because you walked away from a confrontation.
Yep.
But you live to see another day.
And that's why like a lot of the rappers and stuff are carrying guns, is because they are so sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh no, you ain't gonna talk to me like that.
Right, it's
Bro,
true.
I'm just trying to have a conversation, my boy. Like, no, you can't even talk to people. Like you were saying, some people can't even get up here and have like a real conversation without like having a curse.
Exactly. You know absolutely. Yeah, that's insane to me.
You feel what I'm saying? You wake up gang banging on breakfast. Bro, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Nah, for real. You ain't gotta pop a pill at 10 in the morning. You know, calm down.
Like I get it, bro. You'll kill somebody. I get it. You ain't gotta prove that though. Like,
I think oftentimes though, the people who are in those situations, it's because of mental health. They may have had some trauma in their younger years. Maybe their pops wasn't there to guide them. In the streets was their pops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like I don't try to judge anybody who is like that, because it may be truly a situation where they have traumas from their past.
100%.
Those type of people, get some mental therapy. Get some help.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with going to counseling and getting help. If you feel like you have to wake up your day and you're walking around every second with your head on a swivel, paranoid, then you probably need some counseling. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm thinking in 2024, I'm going to go get some counseling and therapy, because I feel like I have unhealed traumas from my past that are slightly haunting me. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with seeking help and getting therapy. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I do not think there's anything wrong with seeking help.
Yeah.
But there's also a point in that to where you have to realize you need help.
Yes, you have to admit to it.
Exactly. So for me, it's like there's like a certain level of accountability that comes with the life people choose to live, right?
Yeah.
You wake up and you choose every day, and that's another thing I'm trying to preach in my music. I ain't gonna say preach because people get turned off when you say that word, but that's what I'm promoting in my music. Like, bro, you have a choice.
Yep.
you have a choice, even when you feel like you don't. Not making a choice is making a choice. You feel what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, people, and so I think once we can get to that level of understanding of the day-to-day, because some people just feel like, oh, well, I wouldn't be in this situation if my parents didn't do XYZ, or, oh, I didn't, like, bro, that happened.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, my mom died, I kept going. My grandparents died, I kept going, because you know why? Not because I'm just like the most ultimate real person ever. No, it's because I know that's what they would have wanted.
Absolutely.
Because I was just that in tune with them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my mama don't want me to stop.
Right.
For what?
Absolutely, she wouldn't.
You feel what I'm saying? My grandparents, man, my grandfather had a 2nd grade education. My grandmother had an 8th grade education. My grandfather went up to be the head of the sanitation department in our city. Like,
yeah,
I ain't got no excuse.
Absolutely, you don't.
You know, dude, like, it took me realizing how close my grandparents were to actual slavery for me to be like, bro, you can't stop.
That's right.
Like, he made it that far?
That would be an insult to your ancestors.
Come on, man. But people ain't thinking like that. And that's ultimately the problem. Thinking is hard.
Absolutely. And you know what you did? You know what little dude did? You took accountability.
Absolutely.
That's what it boils down to.
Absolutely. I'm not looking at anybody else and blaming other people for my trauma.
Exactly. Not making excuses and not pointing the finger, you're pointing the thumb, taking accountability for your own ish, man.
Exactly.
You should be really proud of yourself, because I know your mom is proud of you, your grandparents are proud of you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They still with you. I believe that.
No, I believe
spiritually
that.
every single day.
Yep.
You can't let them down, because really at the end of the day, and I'm a parent, I can say this, we always want our kids to do better than us. Always. Your mom would want you to do better than her. Your grandparents want you to do better than them.
Absolutely.
You know, so we can't let them down. When you first started writing music, is that what you were doing, is writing, or were you freestyling?
Definitely right.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. You still write today?
Yes. Yeah. So I don't like, I started out kind of writing.
Yeah.
But then I started, you know,
putting on your phone. Same concept. Yeah.
So yeah, I write majority everything. I would say like 95% of anything you've heard from me is written.
Yeah.
If not, it's like kind of freestyle. I started out as a freestyle and then I took it to the note. You know what I mean? So really 100% written. I feel like that's when I'll say for me, because I know there are some people who can actually freestyle and it be like some of the hardest.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You done heard, but for me, it's just like being able to think through like what I'm trying to say, and like it also allows me to be like, all right, I already said this. Let's try not to say that again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it allows me to be more creative. And you know, I appreciate that about that process.
Most definitely. And sitting down and writing, you know, like you said, whether it's pen to paper or even typing it up on your phone, how does that help you with your mental?
I think it helps me out a lot. Like, you know, because for a lot of people, music is therapy.
Yeah.
Right. And so if I'm writing down what's on my mind, I'm releasing that energy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's no longer with me. And, you know, that's also like something too that I realized with just being an artist. Like, you can tell when it's coming from the heart.
Yes, that pain music.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can tell when someone's performing something to you and they wrote that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it resonates with you in a different way. And so that's, you know, when we talk about influence, like that's where the influence comes from. You know what I'm saying? Those words.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you write, how you feel.
Absolutely. I had an artist that was here with me recently, and he said he never writes none of his music. He freestyles everything, which is cool. Mm-hmm. But I challenged him. I said, I challenge you to sit down and actually write a song and see how it makes you feel and get back to me. I'm still waiting to hear back from him. I ain't going to say your name, but I want to know, because I feel like that it could definitely help with, like you said, because honestly, it's medically proven that writing helps us with our mental. Mm-hmm. To get, like you said, if you got something on your heart, on your chest, on your mind, pour it onto a piece of paper or into your notepad.
Yeah.
You know, so any artist that does not ever write, I challenge you at least one time, write a song and just see how it makes you feel on that mental level. I think that it would help a lot of people, even if that song never makes it out there.
Yep.
Just try it.
Exactly.
You know,
no, I feel you.
Hey, I seen a video. Someone said this is an older gentleman. He said, never say you can't do something until you've attempted to do it.
Facts.
Some people are like, oh, I can't write. How do you know if you've never done it?
And that's another thing too, is like, you know, people are quick to sell themselves short.
Yes.
Like, you know, like if you haven't tried, then you don't know.
Right.
So you gotta be able to look yourself in the mirror and be honest.
Yes.
Why don't I want to write? Am I afraid of the way it may make me feel?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And people, like, feelings are not a popular topic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
like,
with men, because men like to be tough and not emotional.
You know, and it took me a while to get to the point where it's just like, you know, establishing that emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And understanding myself, why I act the way I act, and, you know, being able to read other people. You mentioned that earlier, like emotional intelligence is like a cheat code, man. Like you could legit, like, you know, be in a good mood and walk up to somebody, like maybe you're at work or something. I don't know. You're interacting with someone you interact with every day, and you ask them, hey man, how's it going?
Yeah. And
how they respond, and like in that first like 3 or 4 words is gonna let you know everything about how you need to carry that conversation.
Absolutely. It sets the tone.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like when I came in, I can tell you were kind of feeling it with your allergies. Once you said it, I was like, that's why she did seem kind of, you know, a little down when I walked in.
Yeah.
But it's stuff like that that's important for us to be able to pick up on as people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely, you're absolutely right, because you never know what someone's going through. Mm-hmm. It could be maybe they're just not feeling well today.
Yep.
That's me. I'm kind of like, you know, got this stuff going on, but I'm still in a great mood.
100%.
Or maybe they just lost their job or lost a family. You don't know what someone's going through, so we have to be able to, like you said, read people and interact with them accordingly.
Absolutely.
You know, and maybe be the person to uplift them. Absolutely. Like a simple good morning could change someone's entire day. I know it does for me. Yeah. Like I'm big on common courtesy and greeting people and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's like someone could be having a terrible morning, but if Dude Dynamik comes along and says, man, how you doing? Good morning. That could change someone's entire day.
Yeah, I like being that person.
Yeah, me too.
You feel what I'm saying? I like being that person that can change someone's mood, you know, for the better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm never trying to bring someone down
with
my words, because they're so powerful, right?
Yeah.
And again, you never know what somebody is going through.
That's right.
Like, you never know. So why not be positive? Why not, even if it's hard, you know what I'm saying? You might be going through something.
That's right.
You saying hello might help you.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, and I'm the type of person that I like to find resolution. If I have a slight confrontation with someone, which typically it's because they started it, I'm not the type of person that starts confrontation. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to be the bigger person and resolve it and fix it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I don't care if they started it, I'm going to finish it.
Yep.
Because I don't like going to bed with that type of stuff on my heart.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like, I don't like to carry that animosity around. Mm-hmm. So for people who haven't heard your music, right? Yeah. And they tune in and they listen to a few of your songs, what do you want them to get? What do you want them to feel when they listen to Dude Dynamik?
I want you to feel a sense of individuality. You know, not just coming from me, but about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to challenge yourself to keep going. I want you to not only, you know, listen to the words I'm saying, but understand how I'm feeling through those words.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of bringing like substance back in music. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, you know, music is constantly changing, but good music never changes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like with me, it's going to take a minute for people to get on to me. Right now, I'm on a single release run. Got a new single releasing this Friday called Still Ballin', featuring Runny Do Good, and that'll be the 15th single this year.
Dope.
So, you know, more to come with that. But just want people to understand that it's all right to be yourself. Like, even when you don't know who you are.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's all right to find your way, to figure out what you like, what you don't like, who you like to be, what kind of people you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of people you like to be around, what kind of people you don't like to be around. Like, understand yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. And if, you know, your current situation, you get to a point where you're fully of a full understanding of yourself and you need to remove yourself from a situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, your surroundings, change your surroundings. It's all right. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
And social media will fool you and have you thinking like you ain't popping, you ain't having no motion. But it's not about that. It's about who you see when you look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want people to get from my music. Just authenticity, man. Like, and all my music ain't, you know, like motivational or you know, just uplifting. But, you know, it's real.
Absolutely.
You know Absolutely. It's my story.
It's your story. Absolutely. So you said this will be your 15th single release this year. I started
releasing back on June 2nd. So, yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. So from June till now, you've put out 15 singles?
That is correct.
That is amazing.
Yep.
I love that. How did that rollout plan come into play? And what I mean by that is, like, you know, you obviously were releasing them, you know, probably every couple of weeks, very frequently.
Every other week. Yep.
Which is what an artist can do today, because that helps you land in the Spotify algorithms the more you release. Yep. What made you decide to go with that type of rollout plan?
Just seeing, you know, different independent artists in the industry take that route and have success from it.
Yeah.
And they're similar artists to myself, you know what I'm saying? People that have substance in their music. So, you know, I was like, man, I feel like what I'm making is real. It might not take off the way theirs did, but I feel like at the end of the day, even if it doesn't, I still got music out that I can promote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the idea is to go until May 17th of next year. And that'll be 26 singles and one project in between there. I'm still gonna like promote them as singles, but there'll be a project in between there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to put myself out there, like, and like I said, even if at the end of it doesn't, I'm not like big or, you know, being able to like book shows and stuff like that. I still have music that I can promote.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, you know, I'll just, you know, once I get to May 17th, things haven't taken off by then. I'm just starting it over. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, you can't give up, because like we said earlier, we can't compare our journey to anybody else's. Somebody else might blow up in a year or 2 years, and that's cool. That's cool for them.
Yeah, for sure.
But it really takes a long time to become seasoned in this business. And as long as people understand that, like, no, hey, I can't necessarily be an overnight success. That's what's going to drive you to keep going, because you got to stay in love with the process of this.
Absolutely.
As soon as you lose that passion for it, you might as well just throw in the towel.
Yeah.
So you've put out a lot of tracks this year. We're wrapping up 2023. What's been one of your biggest accomplishments? Is it putting out that many records in a short amount of time? Is there something else?
Yeah, I would say definitely not necessarily putting out that many records, but actually saying I'm going to do something and following through.
Yeah, that's big.
That's huge for me. You know, being a person of my word, it's like my word is all I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being able to say like, hey, y'all, you know, to my however many followers at the time, like, I'm about to start releasing music every other week.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm doing. You know, y'all can come along for the ride, or you can hop off at any time. It don't matter. Right. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to follow through with what I said I was going to do is probably the biggest accomplishment for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And being able to motivate, you know, have people reach out to me and tell me, like, you know, the music I'm making motivates them it's what I do it for. You know what I'm saying?
Were you able to scratch anything off your bucket list for this year that you've been wanting to do, and you're like, man, I got it done, besides putting them records out?
Yeah, I went out of the country for the first time this year.
So where did you go?
I went to Jamaica.
How was that experience?
It was I ain't gonna lie, man, it was kind of sad. Like, you know, riding through the countryside, you know, once you get to the resort, it's cool, but like, man, those people really struggling over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it helped me to find like a new sense of like a new perspective. You know, it kind of helped balance my perspective on life. Just like, you know, coming where I'm from, you know, Cordell, it's it's the ghetto for real.
Yeah.
But then going over there and seeing those people not really have like houses that stand up.
Yeah, it's
you know
crazy.
What I'm saying? Like people real deal living in huts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like you always got something to be thankful for. You know what I'm saying? So it was great to be able to, you know, go out of the country, see one of my friends get married. But it was also like one of those like learning things for me too. Just like, dang, the world is so big.
Yes.
Like
absolutely
the world is huge. Yeah.
I think that's important that we touch in different cultures and stuff because it gives us a new respect of why people do things the way they do, maybe the reason why they act the way they do, because they're truly like living in poverty, like you said, but they're grateful for everything.
Absolutely.
They're so grateful for everything that they have. Now going into 2024, what's something on your bucket list, if you don't mind sharing, that you are going to make sure that you do?
So for me, it's really just being consistent or more consistent. So staying in the gym, working out.
It's a big one.
Yeah, definitely want to stay in the gym. I also practice Spanish, so I've been on myself the past couple years. Like I can read and write really well. I can speak pretty good, but listening has been like a challenge for me, and so I always get sidetracked when like I'm trying to like really focus on listening.
Yeah.
But just adding more podcasts to my the selection I have now, and just trying to listen to someone speak Spanish every day.
There you go.
I'm fluent. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah. Because a lot of people, they listen to respond. They don't listen to understand.
100%.
You know, I think we're all guilty of doing that at some point in time in our life. It is, and I know I was that person. I was that female that I would only listen to be able to quickly respond. That toxic ish, you know what I'm saying? But I think that we all go through that. But as I've matured and understood and looked back at my ways, I was like, man, I got to stop doing that. I got to like listen to really understand where someone's coming from, because especially if they're pouring their heart out to you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like it's like understanding and sometimes just being that ear, not even responding at all, just being there to absorb, you know, them pouring their heart out to you. Yeah. So learning Spanish, give us something.
Something in Spanish?
Yeah.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Yeah, I can speak a little bit. Like I'm able to have like conversations. Like when I go to New York, our Uber drivers are always like Hispanic.
Yeah.
So like I've learned like bits and tips from like different like people from Peru, people from Dominican Republic, things like that. And it's like all of them, like Spanish is Spanish, but like there's so many different, like one word can mean a million different things.
Different dialects of it,
what I'm saying? And then they're like different ways of like greeting people too. So like I remember being in high school and, you know, like, ¿qué pasa? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's happening? If you translate it directly to English. But my teacher at the time, she was like, man, you can't say stuff like that in Colombia.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people may take offense to you saying, ¿qué pasa?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's good, Holmes?
You feel what I'm saying? Or, you know, like in the DR, they say, ¿qué lo que? It's like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like other people say, ¿qué tal? Or, ¿cómo te va? You know what I'm saying? So it's just little stuff, you know what I'm saying, that I've learned that still trying to build on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Learning what to say and where to say it and when to say it. Once you get more fluent with your Spanish, is it something that you will look to incorporate in your music?
I already have.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a single out now. It's called, what is it called? Te necesito.
Okay.
So that means I need you in Spanish.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like it's like a bop, a little Spanish bop, a little Spanglish, because I'm speaking Spanish and English in there. And it's over a drill beat, but it's like me just like professing my wants for a woman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
is it on the digital platforms?
You can find that on all streaming platforms. Te necesito by Dude Dynamik. It's out anywhere you listen to music.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. That's gonna be dope to hear that. You know,
it's hard too. It's like it's actually hard.
Especially like you said, you did it over a drill beat. I love drill beats. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so important as an artist that you challenge yourself, and you did that. That was probably a big challenge for you, not only rapping over a drill beat.
Exactly, because that's not like...
I'm
more of a conscious rap, you know what I'm saying? I like an old school sample, you know what I'm saying? Or just a song or a beat that's going to get me in my feelings, you know what I'm saying? So I can tap into like certain spaces. But.
So you challenge yourself on that. Let me ask you this. Are you open to challenging yourself to doing other genres of music?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm open to, at the very least, collaborating with other people who do different types of music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Country, maybe a little rock, Afrobeat.
I'm actually like a huge classic rock fan. Like I love
it's great music.
Like 70s, 80s classic rock.
Yeah.
Man, they tell stories. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? So
2024, put that on your bucket list. I don't care if you collab with someone, if you do it on your own. Dude Dynamik, do a classic rock type record. I think that would be super dynamic.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to hear that.
Yeah, no, I'll do that.
We have to challenge ourselves because that also is what keeps the fuel and keeps us excited.
Absolutely. It's a challenge, another goal. Like I said I was going to do this. And me being that type of person is like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Accountability, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Exactly. So what are some of the things that you're going to be doing soon as we hit 2024? What can we expect for you first, top of the year?
Honestly, what I was telling you earlier, I just bought a new camera.
Yes.
So really just be on the lookout for cleaner visuals from me.
Yeah.
More consistent visuals, maybe posting a little bit more. Once I get like a scheduler, find one of those apps, you know what I'm saying, to use to like actually schedule out posts as opposed to, batch record and things like that. So I can actually like have stuff out and not have to, be so caught up on, I got to post today. You can
schedule posts to Instagram.
You can, but you can only do like a certain amount. Like
okay.
I had and maybe it's better now, but like I had maybe like 9 posts scheduled, and once I got to like 10, it was like acting up on me, like you know what I'm saying.
You was overloading them. I didn't know. I've only done a couple, so yeah.
So you definitely can do that. And just more content from Dude Dynamik for sure. More music. I actually also have an idea for a project called Death to Gun Bars. And that's set for 2024 right now. Still listening to the music and living with it a little bit before I actually put it out. And merch, also merch. Be on the lookout for merch from Dude Dynamik 2024. And just more performances and things of that nature. I actually got some coming up with y'all.
Yes.
21st.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah, that's gonna be our last show of the year. So thank you for being a part of that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be a big night. This is the holiday showcase for you guys that are tuned in. Make sure you guys pull up and watch him perform. It's December 21st, 8 p.m. to midnight. At Crazy Atlanta, right downtown. Me and the OG Bigger Rank gonna be hosting. He's gonna be blazing the stage. When people pull up and they see you on stage for the first time, what can they expect from a Dude Dynamik show?
Man, you can expect real raw energy. I'm a country boy, through and through, and so like when I get on stage and I get behind that mic, you gonna feel it.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Whether it's some hype music, whether it's some soulful music, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's te necesito, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to feel it, you know what I'm saying? And so that's really all I want people to get from the show because and it's so important because people never remember what you said. People never remember what you did.
Yeah.
But they will always remember how you made them feel. And so that's why it's so important for me to make you feel me when I'm on that stage.
Absolutely. Have you decided what song you're performing that night?
Yeah, it's gonna be What the F is Up. I know we're not trying to curse on here, so WTF is Up. That's actually my single from Death to Gun Bars, and it's just trying to further extinguish the type of music we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like Death to Gun Bars. You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting to a point where like you don't know what's real and what's not.
Yes,
and so. The most important thing is just being an example for the kids. Because, again, they'll try to make it seem like, oh, man, the kids, it's music. It's just music. You know what I'm saying? But it's not.
Right. You're absolutely right. It's not. In their mind, it's reality.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, when Lil Wayne was doing Go DJ, like, you couldn't tell me I wasn't Lil Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. When you're a child, you're so innocent and pure, you think it's real life.
You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, you don't want to be that person that, you know, a kid looks up to, and then they get to where they're grown and they realize it was fake.
Yeah.
You know, it was a show. It wasn't real. You know, for me, it's like, I want my heroes to be heroes.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? And so, like, as artists, we're somebody somewhere, we're their hero.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? So if you can't be a hero and be yourself, like, that's like freaking Spider-Man. Like, he was conflicted, you know what I'm saying, in the first series, like, you know, with him and Mary Jane. Like, he didn't want to tell her who he was because he didn't know if she would be able to accept him. But it wasn't until he actually told her who he was that he felt like
Superman and Lois Lane.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
bro, you got like like two things can be true at the same time. You can be Dude Dynamik and you can be Dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can be Sautavius. That's my real name. You know what I'm saying? You can be both those people at the same time. Why not? Why can't those people be the same person? Why does it have to be an act?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love the fact that you're just truly and unapologetically giving people you.
Yeah.
Because like
we don't get it enough. Everything is fake. Everything is staged. Everything is scripted.
It is, like, even a lot of the stuff we see on social media, they try to convince us that it's real, but it's all staged and fake.
And see, back in the day, they used to hide it. You know what I'm saying? They used to hide it well, but now you can't even hide it because everybody just doing it for money.
No, it's all for money and clout.
You feel what I'm saying? It's all for clicks. You know what I'm saying? It's like people used to have like great ideas back in the day, and they would take time. It wasn't put in the microwave and then shoved into your faces. You know what I'm saying? Like, they put it in the oven, they let it cook. If it came out and it went good, they going back to the drawing board.
No,
you know what
for
I'm saying?
real.
But now it's like, you know, just for lack of a better word, like the most trash product is being forced upon us, and we can't do anything about it because it's getting clicks.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, listen, tell everybody the last single of the year one more time that you're putting out.
Yeah, so I have one coming out this Friday. It's called Still Ballin' with Runny Do Good, and the last single will actually be on December 29th.
Okay.
And it's called Cheers.
So you got two more coming this month. You working. The grind is real. I'm loving it.
Grind don't stop.
Nah, for real. Tell everybody where they can follow you at so they can stay in tune with everything you got coming up.
Yep, y'all can follow me on all social media at Dude Dynamik. That's DUDEDYNAMIK.
Most definitely.
Everywhere. Yep.
Who you want to shout out to, Dude Dynamik?
Shout out to all my supporters that have, you know, sent words of encouragement to me throughout my journey. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my pops. Shout out to God.
Yeah.
Yep. Shout out to God first.
And shout out to you.
Yeah.
Shout out to yourself, man.
Yeah.
We got to love on ourselves.
For sure.
It's most definitely important.
For sure.
Last but not least, we live Industry's Most Wanted. Big Industry's Most Wanted. We got Dude Dynamik from Cordell, Georgia checking in. Go ahead and tell everybody what makes you the Industry's Most Wanted.
What makes me the industry's most wanted is that I'm not the industry's most wanted. Because I'm different, I'm dynamic, and I want to stand out. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be like the people who are promoting violence. I don't want to be like the people who are promoting drug abuse. I want to be me.
I love it. Mic drop.
Drop the mic, baby.
For real, though. Give me some love one more time. Boom. We up out of here, y'all.
Bringing all my niggas with me. Can't stand to watch them suffer. Navigated the storm and the rain. We made it out the gutter, nigga.
I'm still ballin', shots still